Now, hey, Jeff, we're live.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dean,
What's up, Doug?
we're live.
We live.
Hey, everybody, Doug Rucker here with DougRuckerSchool.com and Doug Rucker Store. I feel like I'm doing a YouTube video. I don't know why I'm saying all that. But Doug Rucker here, and I got my brother Dean, who is here with us, as well as Jeff Blackman. Everybody knows Jeff. And we are talking about some upcoming events. We're going to get into the Florida training event in a little bit. But Jeff, coming up, you've got your parking lot striping class, which is 18th and 19th. What's that, like 2 weekends from now?
Exactly 12 days away.
Exactly 12 days away. So that's January 18th and 19th. You've got classroom training, and you're also doing hands-on training where they actually get to use the equipment.
Exactly. Yeah. That's going to be held at 8826 Louetta Road, Suite 308, right here in Spring, Texas. And like you say, day one will be all on education on ADA regulations, fire marshal codes, or pricing, marketing strategies, safety, uh, how to get the most out of your paint, what types of paints to use and what types not to use, and different types of weathers, different types of tips. Hey man, we're gonna be doing it all. And also on day two, we'll be doing some outdoor training, and we're gonna put some real paint in there showing them how to lay out different types of layouts from scratch on new construction, how to put the new fire lanes in, the measurements, the correct linear feet of a line and how wide it should be and different types of handicaps and explain all that to them as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I got to see one of those. I think it was 2 or 3 classes you had ago, and got to actually see that hands-on. And they're actually using the power equipment, the sprayers, gas operated sprayers that you're using. And then you show them how to do the fire lanes and handicap spots, which, I've always kind of wondered how they did that, but I got to see how you do that blue and the white on top of it and all that kind of stuff. So that was really cool. So I've got Jeff's phone number here. That's the easiest way to sign up. There is a link that you can go to. I'll show that too. But that's MrShinePowerWash.com. You can go there. But it may be easier just to call him. So there's his number, and you can call him, and he'll get you signed up for that. That's January 18th and 19th. A great thing to learn parking lot striping. If you're cleaning parking lots, then you're going to need to be doing parking lot striping somehow, some way, because they always want those striped. And as we've said many times before, those property managers, those owners of those properties, they sure like writing one check to one person that can do it all. So this is a great opportunity to learn from one of the best in the parking lot striping industry. And he's going to teach you a lot of other stuff too, how to get customers, some marketing stuff, um, disability. I think you said that before, all that kind of stuff that's involved with the handicap spots, all of that. So give Jeff a call, get signed up for that. That's coming up January 18th and 19th. Next, we're talking about, trying to find my little thing here. We've got the Cocoa event coming up February 22nd through the 24th. I just put a new little thing in here, and now I can't find it. Where was it? Oh well. So yeah, I've got, there it is right there. I just happened to click on the right one. So we've got that coming up. Before that, I've got my normal monthly training, February 12th and 13th. That's hands-on training and classroom training here in Houston. Got my January one Monday and Tuesday. You can still sign up for that if you want to, but the one after that is in February. But what we really like talking about is this Florida pressure washing training that we've got coming up in Cocoa, Florida. And Dean, you're in Cocoa right now, aren't you?
Right now. right now. Welcome to Cocoa. You're going to love it. There's a lot going on in Cocoa. There's so many things you can do kind of before and after the training. So there's the Space Center. There's the world famous Ron John Surf Shop. You can get here, from Jacksonville, from Miami in about 3 hours, all over, Orlando, Central Florida, using the highway. So it's an ideal location. And like I said, before or after the training, you can hit Ron John, the Space Center. The port is a great place to visit to see all the Disney ships and all of that. And who knows, you might even get to see a rocket launch.
Yeah, my last visit there, y'all actually dropped me off at Ron John so I could run in and get Emma Grace a sweatshirt, hoodie, with Ron John on it while y'all went and looked at some boat or something I think was going across the water out there. So, and don't forget, and I can't wait for this, Lloyd Have Mercy.
Lloyd Have Mercy. That's in Titusville.
That's
there's a pastor that owns a restaurant, Lloyd Have Mercy, and it's kind of like Cracker Barrel food, but it's 100 times better. And it's just a great little homey spot. The pastor, loves the Lord and loves his preparing food and serving others. So hopefully everybody will get a chance to hit that before or after. That's a good spot too.
I know I'm going to be hitting it a couple times, Jeff. I cannot wait to take you there, Jeff.
Yeah.
Some of the best food. They've got some really good restaurants right in that Cocoa area. So we're gonna be eating good. But so the first day of the training is going to be with me, and I'm going to be training folks we're going to be actually cleaning the church that Dean is a pastor at. So we'll be able to do some hands-on training. They got quite a bit of mildew on the building, on parts of the building. We're not cleaning the entire campus, but we are going to get you trained up on how to clean exterior walls, property protection that goes into that. Going to show you how to clean some concrete, sidewalks, patio areas, stuff like that. The whole parking lot is asphalt, but the rest they have concrete. And then I'm actually going to get up on the roof and teach you guys how to clean a roof as well. So that's just an all-day hands-on training, plenty of time for questions and answers. When I say all day, we'll go as long as y'all want to go. We don't really have a time limit. So that's the first day. And then Dean, talk about the Difference Makers Conference from your experience having participated in it.
Yeah, it's a Difference Makers Conference. You'll have an opportunity to listen to some different speakers. And what's great about it is, regardless of whether it's a pressure washing business or maybe if you have a different kind of business, whether it's, plumbing or lawn service, whatever, all of these principles are transferable. And so it's going to be a great opportunity to be motivated, to be inspired, to also ask questions and answers. That's a great opportunity. Sometimes you go to these conferences and there's so many people and the speakers are, they're untouchable. But at the Difference Makers Conference, it's not like that. It's just as inspiring and it's just as motivating, but it's very personal. And there's a connection between you and the speakers. And like I said, plenty of time for questions and answers. So topics include, Kelsey's going to be teaching about money matters and accounting and taxes and all of those kinds of things. And there'll be some other speakers. What are all the topics you've got planned?
So Jeff will be talking about, Jeff and I firmly believe, we often get asked, what do I do to start my business? And what kind of equipment do I need? Uniforms. Do I need to get CRM now? Do I need to get this now? What do I start off with? And Jeff does an excellent job of talking about creating and casting your vision, because that's the first thing that you have to start with is a vision. How do you want this company to work? Jeff, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think it's important, Doug and Dean, to teach a vision because you can never get to where you can't see yourself at, and everything always starts with a dream, and catching that vision and that casting vision. I like to talk about, what's the importance of having a vision board, having something before you to hold you accountable, and also to keep you on that right track to accomplish some of your goals. Putting up there, we recommend you put that type of trailer you got up there. Hey, you may be washing with uh, a Ryobi pressure washer right now, but you have to see yourself with that 8 gallon or 4 minute a gallon a unit. So what are you doing to work towards that? You have to have a vision to get towards that. You may want a certain type of truck. You may want 8 employees. I recommend you get some magazines or get something, cut it out, and hold that vision before you day and night where you can see it come to pass. And I'm excited about teaching vision. I get inspired all over again from teaching vision because it revamps my vision and make me go back, wow, I forgot about this. So yeah, I'm excited about teaching on vision, Doug and Dean.
Yeah, and so right after that, I always speak on, mind mapping your business, how you, and that's where we get into the nuts and bolts of what you need to do from your starting point as far as your legal stuff, creating bank accounts, getting your LLC or your Inc. and all that kind of stuff, deciding on all that kind of stuff. So I kind of break it down into 3 different areas. You've got administration, you got sales and marketing, and then you have I just drew a blank.
Accounting.
Operations, where you're actually getting out doing estimates, you're actually doing the work, and then all the stuff that's involved. It kind of branches off, and we make copies of that available to the people so they can take those back with them. But it's kind of mind blowing to really see from a business trying to operate as a legal business what all is actually involved in creating that. So we're going to go through that. We're going to talk about, the day before, I was teaching everybody how to clean a commercial building, how to clean a roof, how to clean concrete. So we're going to talk about getting commercial accounts. We're going to talk about getting residential, how you get those jobs, all of that kind of stuff, creating relationships. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, and Doug, one question that you get a lot is how to price a job.
Correct.
Yeah.
Jeff, you want to chime in on that? What we did on the last one?
Last time we talked about, Dean, about when pricing, you want to price according to that municipality. You have to know what the going rate is, and that sometimes I'm not gonna go out there and say, hey, well, I'm gonna price a job $125 an hour when it may not. It may take me 10 hours, or whatever. We talked about when pricing, you have to, sit down and count the cost. How many employees you got out there, or what chemicals you got out there, or your machine, is it profitable to charge $125 when it may cost you $225 to do that job? So you have to price according to what the market is going for in your municipality.
Yep.
Yeah, so we talk about that as well as talking about, like Jeff was saying, what a lot of people do call, ask me, what do I charge for this? And I tell them, I don't really know because I don't know your business. I don't know your area, but the number one thing you have to know is what it costs to operate your business. So we actually have a worksheet that we sit there and we go through with the people and let them fill this out and come to a figure that helps them figure out what they should charge per hour in order to be profitable, in order to sustain their business, because every company is different. Every municipality is different. Jeff is right. The pricing in Houston is different than the pricing in Florida, although Houston is starting to get closer to what it's like in Florida. But that's one of the big things that we go over, because I never want a guy to have to ask, how much should I charge for this? Because if you don't know that, then you should not have started. I mean, that's one of the number one things you got to sit down and we go through that in the mind mapping part of creating a business plan and all that kind of stuff. But yeah,
Good.
the
Yep.
worksheet, and actually Kelsey will go over that worksheet when she does the money matters and actually help them and go through it with them and help them to fill it out so that they can all come to a number down at the bottom of about what they should be charging or looking at per hour to make their company profitable, because every business is different. Every business has different expenses. I have more expenses because I have this office and warehouse space. Somebody working from home may not have that, but they may have different expenses. So it comes down to where, yeah, this guy might can charge less because he has less expensive. So I've got to learn how to sell my value because I'm higher to overcome that lower price guy.
Right.
Yep. So that's Thursday, Difference Makers Conference.
That's the second day is the Difference Makers Conference, and we're going over a lot of other things. I'm teaching again, like I said, residential house washing. Jeff is going to be talking about creating residual income, different streams of revenue, that type of thing. We've just got a whole day packed, and it's important for everybody to understand that this Difference Makers has nothing to do with pressure washing or soft washing. We're not talking about how to clean something. We're talking from your business side of your business. We're trying to get you ramped up on the business side of your business so that you're ready for that, and know how to get commercial clients, know how to get all kinds of clients, and how to get those type of clients that you can create residual income through. So that's a full day of just classroom training. And then the third day is parking lot striping.
Right. And we're gonna stripe the church's parking lot that day. We're gonna stripe the entire parking lot, and you get a chance to get hands-on, and we'll be doing some hands-on training there. And I'm gonna be talking a little bit about, the how many linear feet you should be getting out of a bucket of paint. I'm gonna talk about pricing as well according to the Houston market. I can only tell you according to the Houston market what it costs to stripe, and so I had a call the other day from a guy, I think he was out of the Florida area, asking me a question about, he wanted to hire a salesman and things like that. And I told him, I said, well, you have to first of all go online and look at what the market is paying for a salesman in your area. Look in the construction business or whatever to see, to get kind of guesstimate of what you're doing. If you're going to pay that salesman commission or whatever, per hour or whatever that day. So those are some of the things we're going to be talking about. But in striping, I want to show you on a live parking lot why it's important to have an ADA ramp, why it's important with the fire lanes and the linear feet, on the new layout. I had a guy ask me a question the other day. He was doing a new layout and he wanted to put down an 18-inch line. I told him, I said, why would you put down an 18-inch line? He was like, well, we're going to install wheel stops as well. I said, well, why would you put down an 18-inch line? He said, because that's the standard regulation. I said, no, you're going to be out of compliances, because when you put the 2 feet wheel stop down, you're taking 2 inches away, 2 feet away from the line. Now what you got is a 16 feet line. So now you should put that line down 20 feet, and then you take away 2 foot. Then you got your standard line. So those are some of the things we're going to be teaching. I want to also teach you the importance of why striping is a need and not a want. Create that residual income to show you the risk of why the ADA are so strict about these lines being visible and not getting a lawsuit against you or preventing your client from getting a lawsuit on them from not having those lines visible. So I'm excited about it. I can't wait to get to Cocoa, and I want to go to the Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I can't wait either. It's going to be great. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday is hands-on. Friday is Difference Makers. Saturday is striping. Now, Doug, how does the pricing work for these events?
Well, the pricing the way it works is you can purchase one day, you can purchase just 2 days. Say you want to come to the hands-on training and just the parking lot striping, you can purchase those 2 separately. or however you want to mix and match those two, or you can purchase an all access pass, which is going to save you, I think it's about $100. It saves you if you purchase all 3 days together versus just, if you were to single all three out and pick them all three. So it's kind of designed so that people can pick and choose what they want. My recommendation, of course, is be there for all 3 days, because there's just so much valuable content that we're discussing, and we're going to have a couple of guys that have attended previous ones come on here in the next couple of weeks, and talk about their experience and how much it's helped them. And guys, Jeff and I are not the type to brag and say that when you leave here, man, you're going to be making, $1 million, or you're going to be making this much. We can't promise that. What we can do is teach you from our experience. And the whole thing is we're trying to teach you what we have found to be the difference makers in our businesses, okay, with all of our years of experience. So I often tell people, and I have the sign up in my training center right behind me, education without action is just entertainment. So if you come, we're going to give you the education. And if you leave and put it to action, there's no telling what can happen. I mean, we've got success story after success story. Part of it is because of what we've taught, but I'm telling you 100% of the reason these guys are doing so well is because they went out and put it to action and implemented it into their business. So if you come and get educated and leave and don't do anything with it, you just paid a good amount of money to be entertained, basically.
Right.
Yeah, and let me say a couple of things about that. Difference makers, first of all, the ultimate difference makers is the Lord. Our faith makes a huge difference in our business. And these guys love the Lord. They're not going to cram it down your throat or anything like that, but they'll pray for you if you'd like that, if you're open to that, and might share a little bit about, their own faith journey. And then secondly, the other thing that I would say is these guys, if you come for these training events, they will be available to you to follow up for questions, for issues. They've mentioned it already. Talk about that a little bit, Doug. I know just because the training is over, the education isn't. They want to continue to help mentor you any way they can.
Yeah, that's what I always tell anybody that pays to attend any of my trainings. I often tell them at the end, now look, just because the school ends doesn't mean the education does. Okay, we're actually going to record the Difference Makers Conference, and so we'll put that in a private place where just the people that paid to attend can go back and listen to what Kelsey had to say, listen to what Jeff, listen to what I had to say. But I also make myself available anytime via text, call me, email me, whatever they like. For any type of questions that they have, I'm here to help continue to help them become successful. So it's not like you come here for these 3 days and then we just throw you out to wolves and you never hear from us. Now, the key to that is you got to contact me. I'm not the guy that's going to send you clickbait and say you got to buy this now or you got to buy that now or whatever. I'm just here if you need me. I have several guys that I have one-on-one coaching with if they pay for that. We also do that point training where we actually do personalized on-site individual next level training for guys that have us come out to their job site sometime. But and people pay extra for that because that involves my time. But when you come to these schools, whether it's my monthly hands-on, whether it's Difference Makers, whatever it is, I'm always there because you've paid to attend. I'm always there to help you. I have lots of guys that attend, that contact me that have never attended and say, how do I clean a roof? And I just have to politely tell them, I don't have the time to explain what's involved in cleaning a roof or cleaning a house via text message or an email. But I've got these various training opportunities that you can take advantage of. Once you do that, then we're on kind of a playing field and a level, where we can talk and have conversation, and it goes a little bit quicker. So
Yep.
yeah, it's always my intent, and I know Jeff does the same thing with his parking lot striping guys. 100% full-time, lifetime mentoring, as long as you need us. And there's occasion, where I'll be sitting around one night or watching TV, and I'll think of some guy, and I'll think, man, I haven't heard from him in a while. And I'll shoot a text and say, hey, just checking in. I want to see how you're doing, So yeah, just because the school ends doesn't mean the education does.
Yep. And all 3 days are at King Street Baptist Church in Cocoa. That's 1040 West King Street. If you know the area, it's a main highway, 520. It's at the corner of 520 and Fisk. And so it's easily accessible on a main corner. And just want to encourage you to sign up today. There's great value in it. And we're looking forward to seeing you there and provide these just unique, motivational, inspiring training opportunities for you.
That's right. And don't forget, I forgot to mention earlier too, next Saturday, we have a Front Nine. Craig Harrison from Front Nine will actually be here doing some training right out here in our parking lot, oil stain, all types of stains that are inorganic. I forgot to mention that and should have at the beginning. But yeah, we encourage you guys to get signed up. It'll be awesome for you. There's no, we don't have any type of trade show. We're not trying to sell you any type of equipment.
No.
We're not trying to sell you anything really, other than the information that we have to give you that we think will help you out as you're building and growing your business. And I normally only will take people that have been in business 3 years or less, but I feel like this is so valuable, and even especially the Difference Makers Conference, that anybody can attend. And like you said before, Dean, it doesn't matter if you're in the pest control business, if you're an electrician, if you're a plumber, whatever, that Difference Makers Conference can be huge for you and helping you grow your business to the next level.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Love it. Looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
Yep, it's going to be awesome. So, well, thank you guys for joining us. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to text me. You can also email me at pressurecleaningschool@gmail.com. Dean, thanks for joining us today. Getting ready to go out and drive your Trans Am. Trans Am.
Get a ride today. Yes, sir.
He let you go and swimming, man. It's warm up there. Freezing down here in Texas.
That's right.
It's supposed to stop raining at 1 o'clock, and the ride starts at 2. So I think I'm gonna be good.
There you go. Well, Jeff, give us some final comments and carry us out of here.
Hey guys, I highly recommend, encourage you, get online and register. This is a course you do not want to miss. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Cocoa, Florida.
All right. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a very blessed weekend.
All right, brothers.
Peace.